Okay, local swell trackers, here's the charts and models for Tuesday, out for about 2 weeks, and we've got some good news for town and some decent news this week for country. Looking at the animations, you can see the blue area showing the clockwise spinning high pressure. There's been a ton of these. They've been to the northeast of us and to the northwest. They've been blocking the storms that normally come off of Japan and keeping them up way high. Down, a lot of storms have been forming in the Gulf and moving down towards the west coast, giving them a lot of swell, giving us some north swell. Let's kick in the animation and we'll show you what's going on. Now there's this trophy area here off to our northwest. That's not going to be affecting us wave-wise. We were hoping for it in the beginning, but no. Now let's stop the animation. See this? This is the counterclockwise low pressure. This is the clockwise high pressure. There's a increased gradient, pressure gradient between these two features. That's going to be creating a long fetch that noses to within a few hundred miles of us over the next couple days. Will be bringing us in some north-northwest swell on Wednesday to 5 feet minimum, and then as time goes on we'll see it veer to the northeast, as you can see the features moving off, and be bringing us in some 6+ on Thursday. Now these are low period, 12-second kind of swells. They'll be only at isolated focal reefs, but at least we will definitely be up and at them for those spots. Now the winds are going to be picking up because the high pressure is reestablishing, and they're all pretty strong high pressures that have been asserting themselves over the last month or so. But no more big ground swells off of Japan for a west-northwest on the charts. Now that can turn around, but it doesn't look like it so far. So you can see the high pressure is really kicking in here, almost filling up the entire Pacific above us. And again, all the trophiness is up and over us and not allowing those lows to cross the dateline here and get close to us. Not a good setup. Okay, we shall take a look now at the swell periods generated by some of those features we were looking at. A lot of the blues showing the trade winds whipping in. They've been a lot of fresh to strong paced trade winds, creating wind swell in the solid 3, maybe 4 foot range. That's going to dissipate a little bit for a few days and then ramp back up due to those high pressures that reestablish themselves. Pretty rare for this time of year. We're way below seasonal averages. Okay, now let's just show you some swell trains coming in. There's that northwest for Wednesday, north-northwest for Wednesday. And you can see the areas they'll start to veer a little bit more northerly for that next pulse. More north-northeast as time goes on. A lot of the energy passing us off up here above us. And in the long haul, we do get one northwester that's going to be coming in here in about 8 days. Let's not claim that one yet, but there is hope for some west-northwest to northwest swell. Now we check out the south pack, and it is good news. We have our first austral swell pressure that kicks in. We are looking at this guy right here to not really be bringing us in much, but the follow-up will. That guy right there with some 35-foot seas and east-northeast track, sending most of its energy off to the Americas. But we should be seeing some stuff on the northwest flank that will be sending up some 4-foot waves. We're hoping around the 29th, 30th of the month with some 18-second forerunners, because the winds in that are strong. It's the real high winds that lead to the long periods. And if the fetch is pointed at us for any length of time, we get the really special swells. After that one passes off, yeah, Chile's getting some waves, but no, we're not. Now we are getting something that's no longer seen on the models, because these it takes 7 days to get up to us typically. But we are looking at Thursday, Friday, Saturday to be getting some waves in town at solid 3 feet. Things are changing. We're getting more consistent. Now we take a look at the swell periods generated by some of the lows we were looking at. Here comes the one for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They dissipate on these models. They're not really the best, but it does show the more significant storm, again, creeping up right there. And once they leave your window, they're hitting Hawaii. So again, let's call for sure by the 30th we'll be filled in at well overhead levels. And it looks like we're going to be trying to get some stuff from the Tasman Sea and off to the east coast of New Zealand, but those are a little bit deceptive as well when you learn how to read these swell period on the Wave Watch 3s. We're not likely to get anything, but let's let about 3 or 4 days go by. We'll have a better idea for you. Okay, let's take a look at Storm Surf's jet stream, the large upper air currents that enhance and steer those systems. You can see all those blues keeping those blobs up and over us. Not good news. The storm systems need to get closer to us. none of these are really getting a good fetch. It does seem to consolidate in the long haul here at the end of the 7-day forecast period. That should generate that northwester that I was pointing to. See that? Again, we will get something from that, but we're going to wait and take a look. Down under, you see that meridional or equatorial bound flow from that one trophy area in the jet. That will be bringing us up that most significant south swell that we've seen in a while. It'll be a southerly angled swell, not a south-southwest. Okay, let's take a look at the surface charts, get in a little bit of weather. These are hand drawings in and around the actual features. On the north pack, here's the high pressure moving off to the east. Here's the new one heading into position. Again, blocking all the low pressures, blocking the jet stream. And there is no end in sight to that pattern, but the jet stream is going to try to battle it out a little bit better in about 7 days. But all in all, the weather is going to be fairly stable. There are some nearby features that do kick in an upper level low that I'll show you here shortly that will be creating some instability in the area, and that should be for Friday, Saturday. Okay, here we are. The upper regions now, or water vapor loops, show the brown sinking stable air masses, and here's the associated cold front with those lows I was showing you. And this is not expected to reach Hawaii. But since the high pressures are developing, we will see stronger winds blow that wind up into the colder regions of the atmosphere and create more rain this weekend. And that upper level feature is expected to bring a little bit more embedded moisture in the trade wind flow again towards the weekend. Things should get better early next week. So again, lighter winds from a more east to southeast angle through Tuesday, and then regular trades start to fill into fresh and even strong paces through Friday and even Saturday, and then they maybe begin to back down next week. We got to wait and see. We'll drill down, tell you highs are about 80, 81 degrees, lows about 70, real pleasant. See that east-southeasterly tilt to the large high spinning off of here and veering up a little bit and weakening. There's the cold front staying off of Kauai, and as we drill down, we'll tell you that lots of fun south swells on the way, lots of fun north swells, so stay waxed and stay ready. Stay on SURFNewsNetwork.com. We'll be back in about a week. Aloha.